Cameron Cordell. I helped write and direct Tweens.
I'm Gersmeyer, and I played Parker.
And I'm Alyson Croft. I did lots of helpful things. Oh, nice, Cole.
Okay, and then also your name?
I'm Cole Gersmeyer, and I play Miles.
Okay, great.
Nice.
Round of applause for our fantastic 2 actors. I assume that you guys are siblings?
Yeah,
Twins.
Twins,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask, I'll start with our director here. How did this project begin?
Well, I actually met Alyson while we were filming a separate project, and Alyson runs an acting school, and she came to me and said she has 2 very talented young actors, and she'd love to do a project with them.
Okay.
So, got together a little bit of a money crew, and we all decided to write something, and we kind of went for it. So.
Okay, so when you say we all decided to write something, what does that look like? Who's we, and what was that process?
So Alyson and I kind of sat down, and we've done a couple projects before this, and our process is we try and find out what message we want to say.
Okay.
And then we kind of brainstormed a good topic, something that would be relatable and something that a lot of parents could relate to as well. And then once we came up with the concept, we got like the bones, kind of like the beats laid out, and then Autumn and Cole had their input with the dialogue.
Oh, okay. So what was it like, the 2 of you guys, with your input of the dialogue? What's that process?
We had obviously help from them, and I think we took a lot out of our lives personally, and we could think of what we, like, as Autumn and Cole would say, and just put it into what Parker and Miles would say.
Yeah, because we've seen it in like the real world, and we just really tried to show it in the film. So kind of what she said.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we're all probably curious about the 2 of you guys. Can you give us a bit of your background? How long have you guys been acting? Is this the first time you've acted together?
Is this the first time we've acted together?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, it's the first time we've acted together. We've been acting for about 1.5, 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's been on and off,
it hasn't
though,
been
'cause
too
it's
long.
been kind of slow, but yeah, about
Okay.
2 years.
Yeah, about 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you guys go through the process? Learning your lines, developing a character. What does that look like for you guys?
Well, some roles are harder than others because of the lines, but I just like to act like I'm the character, and I just talk to people like in the character, and that's how I really go deep onto my character and like the lines. So that's how I do it.
Yeah,
So.
I always read about the character first, and then I read over the lines as me, and then as the character, and I just read until I memorize it, and then I'll do it with like my mom or Cole or someone just until I have it down.
Okay. And for the director here, what is the personal connection you have with this story? Is there one?
Yeah, my brother.
Okay.
Cool.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he kind of fell into that trap of locking in with video games, and there was a moment where he almost got scammed, and it was a big thing in our house, so it was hard to forget.
Of course, yeah. It's a good warning to parents, for sure. Talking to you guys, do you have friends that you know that are kind of like this or have fallen for anything like this?
No one in particular, but I think it's definitely a very large problem with kids our age. Both of us obviously have been addicted to video games and phones before. I decided to delete some of those apps and things I got really addicted to. And thank you. And
No, you're better than most of us.
I know, I still have a Whatnot app, and I'm like, I gotta get rid of Whatnot.
So that really helped, but I've just seen it in my friends and kids that I know are really great kids, but then they go to video games and maybe they're not anymore.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so like she said, our friends, I've seen it in tons of my friends, like whenever I hang out with them, I'm like, get off your phone, like that's why we're together. So it's just everyone gets caught up in screens, and I think everyone can relate to it. So it's just important. Like I couldn't do it. I could not delete the apps, but
It's okay.
Cole's the everyman.
it's just important to really think about it. So
Yeah. And can you guys just tell me a story from production? What was it like being on set, or was there anything crazy that happened, anything that came in the way of making the film?
I think it was cool. There was a really small crew, or not really small, but I thought there were gonna be a lot more people, and just like with the small-ish crew that we had, they got so much done. It was really cool. And then in the one scene we did where I go in and I slam the door and I like, throw a tantrum. This is the first thing we did. One time I slammed it so hard a ton of the stuff off my wall fell down, and there was like this little clay thing I had when I was in like, I don't know, kindergarten or something, and it broke. And I actually didn't care, that thing was really ugly, but it was just really cool because I don't think I'd ever slammed my door that hard.
Yeah, it was the best take for sure.
Okay. And I'll go down the line, starting with you guys, starting with you here, and ask, is there something you learned about filmmaking, about acting, about yourself through this process?
Yeah, so I just learned, since this was like, a pretty big thing for me since I'm young and I haven't really been doing acting for too long, just that you have to take a lot of shots for the same like area, and it's just tough because you're like, is this the last shot? But no, it's not, you got more. So it's just tough learning about like the timing and different shots. That's what I learned about filmmaking.
Yeah, and to persevere through it.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I learned that when working with young actors, once you get around hour 10 of filming, it starts to get tough.
Yeah, right.
But
We did not go past 10.
we were close. But we probably the biggest thing I learned was to trust them, because this was my first time working with younger actors, and it was quite remarkable how quickly they were able to adjust and take notes and stuff. So it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, I think I learned that, as Cole and Cam said, it takes a lot longer than you think it would. And like you said, just persevere through it. And I learned to just be quick on my feet and not let changes really throw me off, because it can always change. There can always be like, oh, actually, no, we're going to shoot it from this other thing, or do this differently, and you have to be able to take those notes and actually do it.
And for you?
Well, I learned that Cole and Autumn are like the sweetest, nicest kids. The hardest thing for Cole, was to get anywhere near trying to hurt his sister. It was like, I was like, come on, this is your chance, take it out on your sister, this is it. And he was like, no, I don't really want, my brother would have been like, let's do that again, I want to make it more real, So that was a really awesome thing to learn about these two young actors. So that was great.
That's great. Well, I'll open it up to the audience here. Are there any questions there we go, please.
No question. Hey.
Hi, JJ, our editor.
Give it up for the editor, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Give it up for the editor.
You guys as support writers, great job writing and finding a theme that is just like so. I mean, painstaking kind of has the same issue behind it as well. It's like such a great idea for a story. I felt like it was taken from a hidden camera in my home. Because I have here's my son, here's my daughter, and this story takes place nicely, except for the fraudulent credit card part. They don't do that part. But they do have a sibling rivalry when it comes to things. And I just want to ask you guys, Cole and Autumn, I'm curious, you guys are such good actors. How long have you been at acting?
2 years, right?
Yeah, around 2 years.
2 years,
Yeah.
1.5
Yeah.
maybe.
When did you get started? How did it go?
I was more really all our mom. The credit goes to her.
Yeah.
She kind of, I know she had the idea a while ago, but we really put it into practice, like I said, about 2 years ago. And I think she was like, see if you like it, see if you get stuff. And we did end up getting stuff, and we both like it, so.
I had them do the animal exercise to get ready for this. And that's always my favorite exercise ever.
I don't know
So
what that is.
Can you explain that, please?
the animal exercise, so it's an acting exercise where you decide characteristics of your character. How does my character navigate life? And then you find an animal that has those traits. And then you go through the process of becoming that animal fully 100%. And so then you go through how they sleep, how they eat, how they socialize, how they, not mate, but, not for them. And we've done this exercise, and Cam has done it with me once before, and he was an elephant, and he whacked me right in the face. I was an owl. Was I an owl? No, I was a bat, because I was doing a vampire.
I was locked in.
That's right. Oh, you were locked in, and I was woo with like the sounds. Yeah, it's just a really freeing exercise that gives you behaviors and stuff like that. And so we did that in prep before we shot, and I think that was really helpful for you guys
It
too.
was.
The freeing, yeah, it was super
Yeah.
freeing.
Yeah.
So
Great. Any other questions?
Good job directing camp.
Thank you. I
Good job,
appreciate it.
Cam.
Okay. Any other questions here? Yeah, in the back there.
hi, Patty.
Patty. Hi, Patty.
What animals did you choose?
Great question.
Oh, I think I'm not 100% sure if I remember.
You were a cheetah or something.
He
I was like
he
a lion or a
something like
cheetah because
that.
I had to be aggressive.
I remember
so.
him
Yeah,
like
you were
growling
aggressive.
at me or something like that.
Yeah.
I think I might have been like a bunny or a cat, maybe.
Something. I can't remember.
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something a little more docile.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little more sheltered
Uh-huh.
and quicker.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions? All right. Well, thank you very much, guys.
Cool, thank
Really
you.
appreciate it.